77 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Captain Cool and the Bandi Man.
So you're telling me we can't have a sunroof up here? Okay. Oh, hello. Sorry. Hello and welcome in, everybody, to a Thirsty Thursday here in No Man's Land. Welcome to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, the Captain Cool.
Oh my goodness, it's
Captain Cool. Someone throws a grenade. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. I wasn't ready for the show. I was too busy talking to my imaginary friend about why we cannot get a sunroof here because I feel like the studio it's a little depressing at times. Okay, I know we get the lights. It's very bright in here, but I feel like a little bit of outdoor lighting would just be amazing. So maybe let's just bust out a wall, bust out a few of the roof, and I don't know really what you call this because it slants into the actual wall here, but either way, if you guys are watching on WZZN TV, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But make sure you guys also find us on theblitzsportsradio.com, on Facebook at The Blitz Sports Radio, and on Twitter at @TheBlitz_sports. And like I was saying, WZZN TV, that's where you can find the Twitch and YouTube streams. You guys get to see me, you get to see Bandi, you get to see the Chad, you get to see everybody who comes into the studio, and you get to see me rocking Brandon's shirt that he gave us during the Christmas times, and it's very nice, it's very comfy, and it is what I'm rocking today. So thank you again, Brandon, for the amazing t-shirt. And if you guys want to join in on any of the conversations today, remember the number is 256-576-4977, and if you do forget that, it is on our stream on really anything that we're streaming on. That's all our socials, as well as on WZZN TV. And this first hour is presented by Fleming Roofing and Restoration, the guys you need to talk to about all of your roofing needs. If you've got any roofing problems, go and check out the guys at Fleming. You can look them up online and fill out your free quote today. Remember, Fleming always shows up. You're live hanging with the chillest crew of 2 in Sports Radio. To my front, behind the glass, sitting there, looking off into the computer, the one, the only, Bandi Man Bailey Lowry.
What is going on, Captain Cool?
I'm very excited for this beautiful Thirsty Thursday to go underway. It is wonderful outside, so the vibes are just right, Bandi. And also, I saw a hawk find his prey and also go and snatch it. And no, I'm not talking about the Atlanta Hawks. I'm talking about an actual hawk on my drive to work today. It was actually really cool. Yeah? You ain't got nothing to say about that?
I mean, I'm trying to think. I'm just kind of listening along. I thought you were just going to kind of keep going.
I can keep going. Okay. So,
because, the hawk is cool and all.
Yeah.
Because you don't see hawks very often.
Well, okay, so...
At least I don't.
No, I don't either. But there's always, at least one or two that I see on my drive here to Huntsville. And they're always just one lone hawk just sitting up on a power line, and he's just bigger than any other bird you could see, so you know exactly what it is, and he just looks so cool. And this time, I don't know if it's the same hawk I've been seeing. Maybe it's my spirit animal, he's just following me. But I saw him, the way that they go after their prey, and there's a lot of different types of ways that birds can go and attack their prey. I'll tell you this much, a hawk is one of the coolest, but it's not the coolest, I'll tell you that in a second. But the way the hawk did it was, he put in his wings very close, and he glided down to the ground, and was able to slow his body down, and he just grabbed it, and kind of covered it up with his wings so nothing else could get to it. So it's almost like a Batman maneuver. You just go down, grab it, punch it in the face, and there you go. You got a nice little snack during the midday. But did you know that owls, actually, whenever they are going into their prey or just flying altogether, they're like completely silent.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They don't make any noise.
I know, it's like every video, now that I think about it, every video I've seen of an owl, flying around, they don't have, you can't hear the wings.
They're muted.
I just noticed that. You only hear them hoo.
Yeah, it really is. That's the only sound they make. Yeah, the hoo.
Which, I've been seeing more owls on my TikTok feed, and I'm not mad about it.
I wouldn't be either. They're adorable.
Owls are strangely cute.
Yeah.
Except if you get kind of the weird, mean-looking ones. You know?
Yeah. So whenever I was younger, I saw a movie called The Fourth Kind, which kind of ruined owls for me. It was this white owl that looked into the people's windows, and it was just black eyes. It was super, super scary. But Whenever, I mean, you see a normal, just like a brown owl with the yellow eyes, and they're just like, they're adorable.
Yeah. Or like the one from Harry Potter.
Yeah, even that one's cute too.
What was it like? Oh yeah, Hedwig.
Hedwig, good job. But yeah, I think owls are cool. I don't know, it's definitely one of my top 3 favorite birds. I'd say. I think a hawk's my favorite. Bandy, do you got a first? You got a favorite bird?
A favorite bird?
Yeah.
I never really thought about it.
Neither have I until really today, because I saw that hawk go and get his prey. I was like, that thing's cool. That's my favorite bird.
You know, honestly, it might be an owl.
That's a good pick.
I'll give it to the owls.
They're like stealth bombers. The way that they just slowly just fly through the air with no sound at all. It's very nice, very nice. But welcome in, everybody. This is going to be a great episode of the Afternoon Blitz. Episode 263. I have no idea, Bandy. I'm just throwing out numbers. But if somebody wants to go and find that, fact check me. Go and count all of our episodes and send it in chat, because that would actually be. I'd give you a clap for that one.
Yeah, but I say we gotta know when we're about to hit episode 100.
I know. We've got to be past episode 100. When did? Okay,
Do you think so?
We started the show back in. Was it June?
July.
It was July. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many days are in half of a year? All right. There's 365 in an entire year. So that
it was like July 6, I think, or something like around, or was it like in the 25th?
Yeah. I don't exactly remember.
It was the 25th. That was on a Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
So 25th. Take out the weekends. Take out the little break we had during the holiday season, and count that up. Because I'm not good at quick math. I'm not good at math at all. All right. We got phones for this now. All right. People said, hey, you know this. You're gonna need to know this in the future. Teachers used to say that, and I'm just like, okay. Hey Siri, what's 17 times 383? It's 6,511, guys.
There you go.
There you go. I don't need that to know math in my head. I know it probably would make me seem smarter at the clubs or something. You know, I just quick maths with the girls.
Oh, no. What would they always say? You're not always going to have your phone on you.
Yeah, something like that.
That was a lie.
It's like, when are we not having our phone? I don't have a old, just like a brick of a phone that I can't carry around anywhere. I mean, this is the 21st, 22nd century. I don't know what century we're even in, but this is the 21st century. We got these little skinny things that just fit in our pockets. We can't go anywhere without them. I know I can't. Bandy, can you?
I can't.
No, we got to have those TikToks. We got to have the news on us all times. We got to be able to contact our families just in case an owl comes and takes me off into the sky. It's just what I'm talking about. We got a lot of fun to get into, though, other than the owl talk, other than the bird talk, because we're going to be talking about the goat-mentator himself. I don't exactly know. Goat-mentator? Goat-mentator.
Goat-mentator.
The one and only Bo Estes with NBA TV to talk a little bit of NBA action later on. That'll be at 3 o'clock, so look forward to that. But also, we got some fun stuff in the cool segment and also in the play-by-play segment. But, Bandy, I think it's time we get this vehicle driving we start off with this episode, because today is January 19th, 2023, and here's what you need to know in the Blitz today. Tickets went on sale this week for the neutral zone matchup between the Chiefs and the Bills AFC Championship game that hasn't really been finalized yet, and some players, Bengals running back Joe Mixon in particular, are not really happy about it. I wonder why. I really wonder why. He goes on to say, to be honest, it's disrespectful, but we're not worried about that SH.
Not worried about it?
He's not worried about it. He's got football to play. He's got this game coming up to play, all right? And it's going to be a heck of a game, because Mixon also said later on in the interview that they're going to win. They're going to get the dubs. They're going to do what they got to do. I don't know if he actually said that, but that's the mentality he is going in with this game coming up this weekend. But, yeah, I mean, still, how would you feel, though, if tickets, I mean, I know this has got to happen, all right? NFL's got to make their money. They got to make sure they know these games are coming up. They got to get people into the stadium. But for this interesting thing that we have to deal with this season, how would you feel about the NFL just saying, hey, tickets are on sale? First off, to a fan's point of view, they're like, okay, well, that's sweet. But the game's not set at all. We don't know what's going to happen. This game might not even happen. We might not have to go all the way down to Atlanta, thank God. Just kidding. I like Atlanta. It's decent. The traffic's insane, though.
Yeah, traffic's terrible.
Traffic's insane. But, I mean, to a player on a team that could possibly get to that AFC Championship game, they might be a little upset. I know I would be a little upset if, you know, that happened. Even though that's kind of how it's supposed to be, okay? But turns out, I mean, the Bengals using this as motivation to push forward. And let's see if that motivation comes into effect against the Bills this weekend. Moving on, Sean Payton is back in the football spotlight after willing to come back to the NFL, but for a ridiculous amount of money. Now, how much do you ask?
How much?
Let's say, okay, Bill Belichick levels of money and some. How about $20 to $25 million per season on a 4-year contract?
Per season?
Per season. Bill Belichick's making $20 million, I believe.
Yeah.
And I see like there's a lot of people that have like the top 10 like most earning coaches in the NFL. It shows a lot of them are like, I think Sean McVay's making $13 million and stuff yearly. It's all over the place, but I know that Bill Belichick do be making the most money in the NFL, and as he should. Okay, but Sean Payton, on the other hand, we're looking at this guy. He's got a Super Bowl in his back pocket. That's pretty sick.
It's pretty sick.
Other than that, Saints have always kind of just been a decent team. Pretty good. Make to the playoffs. Losing the first round, losing the second round. It's one of those things.
Hey, kind of cool. We have some breaking news. We need a sounder for this at some point. I need to make that.
Dun, dun, dun. What is it?
Dolphins have fired their defensive coordinator, Josh Boyer, after 3 seasons. Just came out 15 minutes ago.
See ya. That's going to be a good little segue.
Yeah, I mean, that's, actually, now that I think about it, in the last 22 hours, a good amount of people have been let go in the NFL.
Yup.
Yeah, and, well, I mean, we'll run it all down. What do you think? Are we going to run it down in the cool segment, or are we going to dedicate that thing to its own little segment?
I think we might let it all seep through. We might get all the information we can, because I know there was one story we jumped into. We jumped the gun a little bit on it, but now we actually have official news about it. But I'll get to it here in a second. But still, going back to Sean Payton, I want to say sheesh to that type of those stipulations that he's asking for. But it looks like Coach Payton isn't too much in a hurry to be back in the league. But either way, some desperate teams are looking at him. But Twitter shows us the reality of the people's opinions on this matter. It's pretty funny, actually, okay? Some people were saying, will you take a Walmart gift card? I don't think he will take a Walmart gift card. The man's in TV right now. He's got a taste of that TV money. He's making $10 million a year for Fox or something like that right now.
Gotta think of that clip from Patrick. I got $3.
Got $3. I got $3. Take it or leave it. Moving on, though. This is in relation to the coaches getting let go. Byron Leftwich is out as offensive coordinator in Tampa. I think we saw it all coming, okay? I did jump the gun. I remember seeing a lot of things about him being officially fired when he wasn't officially fired, but now he's officially fired. He's gone. We can finally put that book closed.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's kind of like the, no, not the Bill O'Brien, but the...
Well, even the Bill O'Brien thing. The people have been jumping the gun on that, too.
Well, I know, but, I mean, the Pete Golden thing.
Yeah.
It's when, it's like, yeah, he's not actually going to Ole Miss yet, but it's pretty much like 99% confirmed.
Yeah.
It was kind of like one of those stories.
Yeah, and we could guess that Leftwich was going to be out. I mean, again, it's the only way Tom Brady's going to be back in Tampa. And also, I mean, have you seen that offense? It was not looking too good.
Yeah,
not
I mean,
looking good.
I still don't think it's the right call, just how historically he's been over the past years.
Yeah.
With the Buccaneers and with Tom Brady. But I mean, going forward, I'm gonna be looking to see who's gonna pick up Leftwich.
Yeah, I mean, he should bring something good to the table. But for the Buccaneers, it looks like they're trying to kind of recenter their focus and move forward in a new light, which I agree. I mean, going into the playoffs, 8-9, it's not a good look. Some teams can make it work. The Seahawks, we saw that a while back against the Saints. That was when Marshawn Lynch was on the team, though, and that was a totally different thing. You had Marshawn Lynch. This guy was a beast, all right?
Yeah.
But that was way back when, and, I mean, this just doesn't happen a lot whenever you see teams get into the playoffs, just because their division is just horrible that they're playing in, okay? It's not even the team winning games. It's just the team's division wasn't doing too well, and we saw what happened there. But then moving on, the Dallas Cowboys bring in some insurance heading into their matchup against the 49ers this weekend by signing Tristan Vizcaino, okay? Volcano. I'm going to give him Volcano, the nickname, all right, because he's got a volcano of a leg. But they signed Tristan Volcano to their practice squad in wake of the absolute meltdown that was Brett Maher's 4 missed extra points against the Bucs in the wild card. Now, again, we saw how that ended. Okay, Cowboys either way got the dub, but you could see the frustration in the coaches, in the players. They were not happy with Maher's performance.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott's was one that actually arose a lot of people's hate for Prescott yet again because Prescott's been throwing interceptions left and right, Bandi, okay?
Yeah.
So he's got nothing to be upset about.
I must say, but to be fair, though,
Okay.
At the same time, there's a lot more to the quarterback than just throwing passes.
It's true.
I mean, you are like the catalyst of the offense.
Yeah.
You're the leader. You start off every single snap.
Yeah.
Whether you're under center, whether you're in shotgun, how you first move dictates the play.
Yeah, and I mean,
For kickers,
you got to kick the ball.
you kick the ball.
That's what you do. And I know, if you're a kicker out there, no offense to you, you guys do a great job. I couldn't kick a 40-yard field goal. I couldn't kick a 30-yard field goal. I couldn't even kick a 25-yard field goal, all right? I might have the leg. I don't have the flexibility. I don't have the accuracy. I don't have all of that, okay? So, to kickers, respect to you in your own right. But again, for quarterbacks, you got a little bit more to do. And I will say, Dak Prescott, you're leading this team. You are the man of the offense. You are the guy people look to for accountability. But you can't be upset with your kicker if he's having an off day when you've been having an off year in some ways, okay? But at the same time, you got to hold each other accountable. So I am not too upset with the way he was reacting to those missed kicks. But Vizcaino played 3 games with the Patriots and the Cardinals this season and helped the Cardinals defeat the Rams earlier in the season with 2 field goals and 3 extra points. Both Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy backed up Maurer, however, and said he will get the start this weekend. But if the woes continue, Vizcaino, the volcano kicker, will be ready to step up. And I mean, you got to be an idiot if you don't bring in somebody to help out with this kicking debacle that's going on with the Cowboys. Obviously, people have off days, okay? But, you got to make sure you got that insurance just in case they're having an off-playoff season. Off-playoff season. I mean, it doesn't really go well, but either way, that's exactly what I'm meaning, all right? You got to bring in that insurance. And then last night, history was made. Very nice. History was made. Yes, it was. In the NHL with the Tampa Bay Lightning, Steven Stamkos, when he scored his 500th goal of his career, only 4 minutes into the game.
Wow.
Okay? 4 minutes into the game, he was able to score his 500th goal. And this pretty big deal, okay? They were playing the Canucks. The Canucks were rocking the skate uniforms, which I was going to talk about, but they're not new, okay? They used to wear them way back when. Then they wore them last season, and then they brought them back for their 3rd uniform this season. I was going to talk about it in the cool segment, but I was like, dude, they bring these back all the time, so it's now I'm just like, nah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But wait, there's more about this story because Stamkos didn't stop at 1 goal. He went off to hit another goal and another goal.
You got a hat trick,
He
too?
got a hat trick as well.
Woo.
Yes. Woo indeed.
He was on fire skating on ice.
Hey, I like that. Is that from a movie?
I don't know.
Was that
It might be.
Blades of Fury?
I don't know,
If
actually.
it was from a movie, it'd be from Blades of Fury with Will Ferrell.
I hadn't seen Blades of Fury probably since it was in theaters. And at that point, I might have been too young to see it.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
I mean, now I know that's from Blades of Fury.
I remember listening to that song, Brothers in Paris, and I remember hearing that. I was like, it was the first reference I could really call back to. Made me happy.
Yeah.
And then the Tom came and grabbed my phone while I was trying to fall asleep to that song. He was like, "What are you listening to, kid?" I was very young at the time. Don't worry about it. But Stamkos joins 2 other active players in the NHL with 500-plus goals in his career, including Alex Ovechkin with 810 and Sidney Crosby with 538. Big stuff. Big stuff in the NHL. I got to watch some more NHL. I got to go to some more NHL games. I know Drew DeArmond hasn't gone to any NHL games. That's something I learned today.
I mean, we're having a hard enough time trying to get him to come to a UAH game.
That's true.
Which apparently he's going to be there on Saturday.
Hey,
We've
very
been,
nice.
Us, Scott, and Coach Shulman are holding him to it.
Oh, it's going to be very fun. That's going to be very fun. Is Scuba Steve going to be there?
Most likely.
Okay, so it's going to be a whole party, and I feel like I haven't been included. So,
Hey, it's on Saturday.
all right.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.?
Braggins Arena.
You going to send me an invite?
I mean,
Like
I don't need to send you an invite. General admittance is free.
Facebook invite. Send that to me. Poke me and remind me, okay? Did that
Poke you?
Is poking still a thing?
I hadn't heard that in years.
Can you poke your friends on the Facebooks?
Can you even still do that?
That's
Or is that just creepy now? Actually, it was creepy to begin with.
It was creepy in the beginning. Yeah. It never got not creepy, I'll say
Ugh.
that. Yeah. Either way. And then later in the Captain Cool segment of the show, we'll be talking about the teams going abroad next season in the NFL and how they may affect their season in the long-term side of things. And then we got some boxing news to throw in there.
Yep.
Some big old boxing news. I'm just going to tell you. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. That's going to be a hell of a fight.
It might be because are we going to talk about it more in the cool segment?
Oh yeah, we're going to get
because I would love to go in depth on this.
Let's take a long time talking about it when we get back from break. And then after that, we're going to have that whole segment to kind of catapult us through the end of the show, because we're going to have a wonderful Thirsty Thursday, and you guys are going to be joining us. Thank you very much for that. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, the cool segment starts early with Captain Cool. You guys don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
In 1982, Bob Baumhauer introduced Alabama to the Buffalo Wild Wing, and quite frankly, we've never been the same. Back then, it was Wings and Things in Tuscaloosa, but now, 40 years later, after 4 name changes, Baumhauer's Victory Grill is the #1 sports-themed restaurant in the state. Bob's Alabama Hot Chicken is something that has to be tried to believe, plus the new Bam Bam Chicken and the Louisiana-style Go Fish, a whitefish over rice topped with shrimp etouffee. And Baumhauer's is fighting inflation with some new affordable favorites. Visit Baumhauer's on the South Parkway today. Tom Abraham here for my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com. What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? 2 Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now, because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at ValleyEquipmentRents.com.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options, from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
Guys, when we were 20, we never had to worry about spontaneity. And now that we've gotten older, spontaneity has been replaced with pills and injections. We're just trying to keep that intimacy, but it's taken away from spontaneity. At Advanced Life Clinic, we now offer GainsWave, which uses sound waves to non-invasively treat this issue with no need for pills or injections. Just give us a call, 256-888-9367, or check us out online at advancedlifeclinic.com.
What's the matter, honey? Can't sleep?
Ugh, it's this heartburn. At night, it's the worst.
Heartburn? Again?
Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm going to kick acid with Rolaids.
Rolaids Advanced goes to work instantly for powerful relief of your worst heartburn, bloating, and gas.
Feeling better?
Much better.
That was fast.
Kick acid and gas with Rolaids Advanced.
The Blitz has been called.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, into the Afternoon Blitz on a Thirsty Thursday here in No Man's Land. We got some fun to get into, guys. This is the Captain Cool segment of the show, but we're not going to jump into it just yet, because if you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're listening on the app, which if you don't have the app, the Blitz Sports Radio on Apple, Android devices, then how about you go on over to the Twitch and the YouTube at WZZN TV, and you guys can join in on the fun. Comment all you want. You can stay in the chat, and we'll be talking about what you guys got to talk about the entire way through. And also, 256-576-4977 is the number to hop in and create an audible of your liking. Whatever you want to do, you can talk about it. We'll talk about it with you. Keep it appropriate on the show and in the chat, please. I don't want to look over to my left and see something extremely provocative. See, I brought it back all around. Okay, Blades of Fury.
I saw it.
And I don't want to be shocked. Okay, I don't want to go straight up the what's that thing? The screen painting. Where you go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that old painting.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, go over Twitch and YouTube and watch us on WZZN TV. That'd be amazing, and I appreciate it very much. And this first hour is presented by Fleming Roofing and Restoration, the guys you need to talk to about all of your roofing needs. Last night we got a little bit of rain, Bandy.
We did.
We did, and you know what? My house was sitting nice with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. The roof didn't let anything come through, and then you know what? It led to good times because I drove to work today and it was beautiful and sunny, and I didn't have to worry about any spillage happening at my house. Can you believe that?
I cannot believe that.
Okay.
I just went, I cannot believe it.
I don't know, I was like, this is radio. You can't just nod your head at me. Either way, you can look them up online and fill out your free quote today. Remember, Fleming always shows up, and they'll make you guys show up in your neighborhood as well. But we got some fun to get into. A new fight is ready. And yes, I know this is like deja vu times 3 because Tommy Fury and Jake Paul have been announced yet again. And this time we're hopeful that'll actually happen. And then I want to talk about a few of the teams that are going abroad this next season in the NFL. That's all coming up on What's Cool.
It's getting hot in here.
Hot. Yeah. That's a spicy meatball.
So it's time to cool down with Captain Cool.
Oh yeah.
You know what cool is?
What? Okay, that's fine, I guess. You are looking at it because this shirt that I'm wearing is very, very cool. But I also think this fight is really cool because the fight we've all been waiting for may finally be right around the corner. Yes, that's right. Tommy Fury and Jake Paul are set to fight for the 3rd time. They haven't fought twice before, no. Okay, but this is the 3rd time they are set to fight. And it feels a little bit more real than before, all right? Jake Paul is finally set to fight a worthy opponent. And Tommy Fury, you know, he's the guy that he's been antagonizing for a while now, okay? But this fight's supposed to go down February 25th. And, I mean, both of them have been kind of going at it, you know. Both of the first 2 fights fell through due to injury, and then something about Tommy Fury can come into the USA because of mafia stuff, was it?
Okay, yeah, you kind of need to hear... To kind of set people up, this is what happened because they couldn't fight the first 2 times, like Captain Cool said. Yeah, he had a bacterial chest infection and broken ribs, Tommy Fury did, so that's why he had to pull out. And then Tyron Woodley stepped in with under 2 weeks' notice and got knocked out.
Yeah, and he fought Jake Paul, of course.
Yeah, he fought Jake Paul. The second reason they couldn't fight is because Tommy Fury was denied entry into the U.S. because of his family's ties to an Irish mafia crime boss. What was his name?
It's probably
Yeah, Daniel Kinahan?
Yeah.
Who was wanted by the U.S. government.
Yeah. There you go.
So now they can finally fight.
Thank you for throwing that in there because I didn't have all the nitty-gritty, but I appreciate the nitty-gritty because it makes it ever more interesting, okay?
I just remember that was an Irish crime boss. I couldn't remember the guy's name.
Yeah. Either way, his name's Danny?
Daniel.
Well, okay, I'll call him Danny. All right. It's pretty funny because these guys, I mean, hardcore Irish. My brother's name's Danny. My other brother's name's Tommy. So, I mean, look at that. I'm not Irish. I swear. And don't call me Irish because I will get upset as well as my whole family. But now both fighters seem to be ready. Okay, Jake Paul is antagonized over and over again, and now I'm gonna be honest. The man's gonna get what he asked for. I will say Jake Paul has looked pretty good in the ring, but again, who has he really fought? A bunch of debut fighters, a bunch of people who used to play different sports.
A bunch of dated
fighters. I mean, if you look back on some of the fights, dude, it looks like he's beating up a guy at the senior citizen group. I have no idea.
Yeah, he fought Anderson Silva, which is probably like the most accredited fighter he's probably fought.
Yeah.
And even then, this is like a way past out of date expired Anderson Silva.
How old is it Anderson Silva now? Like 50?
Let me see. Let me look that up because I don't know off the top of my head.
Man's old.
He is 47.
He's 47. He's getting close. All right.
Definitely past his prime fighting age.
Jake Paul is in his 20s still. So
yeah, in the prime.
Think about that. But Tommy Fury, maybe the shorter of the group, but and also he's the shortest of his brothers as well. I mean, if you look at Tyson and Huey, they're a lot taller. Okay, yeah. They are. But you look at Tommy though against some of the guys he's fought, and he looks like he's gigantic.
Yeah,
I will say he's a very tall man in that own way. But I mean, the man's built to be a fighter. The way he looks, his reach is 80 inches. 80 inches, and he's only 6 foot.
That's more than John Jones, by the way.
Yeah, that is pretty big. And he's got the speed of a cheetah. If you've ever seen this kid box, he gets in there quick, and he does not let go. Okay, and he's got 8 wins to his name and 0 losses. Very nice. Jake Paul may have the upper hand when it comes to the height because he's standing at 6'1", not much. But when it comes to the reach, yeah, he doesn't match up too well. All right, I think he's standing at, 76 inches of reach? Just not too big of a difference.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Not too big of a difference, okay? I'll still say, for a YouTuber, did he do Disney, or is that Logan?
He did do Disney.
Okay, he did Disney. Yeah, okay. So
remember that Team 10 stint for a bit?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm glad he's moving on from that. I will say,
England is my city.
I kind of like him better than I used to. All right, I used to hate him. All right, but now since he's, I don't know, he's very cocky. He's very annoying, obviously, but at the same time, you look back on what he was doing. He's a little cooler now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would say it's worse.
Really?
Yeah, because at least back then he was kind of like self-contained. Everyone kind of knew just who he was, but he was off in his own little space doing his own thing. I don't like that he's just been thrown into the main spotlight now.
Yeah.
And because he's undefeated, beating up washed, really young, or people who don't even box. And now that he's sitting undefeated, he's finally facing a proper challenge.
Yeah,
Fury.
I'm very excited for it.
And I can't wait for Fury to just beat the mess out of him.
I know exactly how you feel, all right? I know exactly how you feel. Whenever I first started seeing what was going down with these stories about Tommy Fury having to pull out multiple times, I was thinking, okay, maybe, Fury's a little bit bigger than this whole situation. He doesn't want to jump down to Jake Paul's level, all right? Jake Paul, I gotta say, I used to hate him a lot more. I obviously still hate Logan Paul. Don't have any respect for that guy. But, I mean, altogether, I think Jake Paul's doing a little bit better now, and he's also pushing for a lot of stuff in the MMA world, which is very nice.
Yeah.
But he's still going to be the cocky little brat that I know, and I would love to fight, but he would probably kill me if that happened.
It looks like to me he's just trying to be the next Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
And
that hair and everything.
You can't be the next Conor McGregor because McGregor is just truly a one-of-a-kind human being.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't think anyone else can imitate or emulate what McGregor's career was.
Yeah.
Or even still is. I don't even know if he's still fighting. He might come out of retirement.
I think he might have said something about doing more, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not huge in the UFC or UFC side of things. But neither of the boxers really had too much competition, I will say that, when it comes to Tommy Fury and Jake Paul. Because, I mean, Fury, he is 8-0, but the people he has fought have a combined record of 24 wins and 176 losses.
Ooh.
Can you believe that? I know it seems like a lot. Okay, listen to me, all right? It seems like a lot, but one of those fighters, believe it or not, has 102 losses himself, and that was in Tommy Fury's debut fight.
Wait, he had 102 losses?
The guy has 10 wins and 102 losses.
And how many combined were there?
176.
Okay.
And he's fought 8 different people.
So that'd probably be like roughly 10 losses each per person? Like 10 to 15 losses per boxer?
Yeah.
I think that's about roughly average, I'd say, for someone starting out.
Yeah.
But at the very least, he's fighting up-and-coming boxers and I've seen like who he's fought, and they've progressively gotten better.
Oh, yeah.
His latest fight in London was Daniel Bukansky.
Uh-huh.
And that was a good fight. Bukansky's not a bad fighter at all.
Oh, he's not. That's one thing. He accounts for most of the wins, actually, that are on that list. I believe it's, 10 or 12? Something around there.
Yeah, but what's going on? The brother of Tyson Fury, while Tyson's more like big old heavyweight hitting you like a rock.
Yeah.
Tommy Fury's got the speed behind him, along with a little bit more of that punch power. Like, he's got the power of a Fury.
If you see this man stand up, okay, just straight up, we're just rocking it. His arms, the length of his arms compared to his body, he looks weird, I will say. He's an attractive man, face-wise, okay? He looks a little bit like me. But he's got those long arms. He looks like the frog from Smiling Friends.
The frog.
You know the frog.
Mr. Frog?
He looks
Oh, my God.
He's going to try and fight me. He's going to come and beat my ass. Either way.
Oh, my gosh.
Very long arms. But, he's built to be a boxer, okay? You don't want to get within 80 inches of this guy because he will throw these things. I've watched Ippo Makanauchi, all right? Bandy's watched it too.
Yep.
We know of a fighter that had those long arms, okay? And his sister was the main love interest of Ippo himself. I don't remember his name. I don't remember her name. I don't remember anything about that show. I know Ippo Makanauchi and Takamura.
I completely forgot that girl's name, too. It's been a while since I've seen the show.
I don't even know. Does it ever progress? Does the relationship ever progress? Because I was waiting for that for the longest time.
If I remember right, I think it does.
They go on like a date, maybe. Who knows? Who
Maybe.
knows? But, it seems like it'll be a good fight either way. You look over at Jake Paul, and he's mainly fought people that are in their debut debut matches or bouts, whatever you want to call it. But and a lot of those people, again, like Bandy said, have been washed up, or they literally fight once and then they're done forever.
You went to decision against a 47-year-old Anderson Silva. I don't respect you as a fighter.
Yeah, I'll say this, okay? For Tommy, this will be another win if he wins. But for Jake, this will be a statement to his boxing career and how far he can go.
Yeah. Now, if he actually does overcome Tommy Fury and pulls off a convincing win, that'll be a statement. That'll show him that I'm actually taking this seriously.
Would you respect Jake Paul more?
That would definitely gain respect with me. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that would show me that, like, hey, I'm taking this boxing thing seriously. I'm not here to play around anymore. I'm like, okay, you're getting the skill now, and you actually beat someone with, how do I say it? I wouldn't say accolades. I don't think Tommy Fury's actually won like any awards.
Yeah, no.
But someone with definitely more like name and like power behind. Like
I'm trying to think of the word too.
Yeah, more name power behind him
Yeah.
in the current boxing world than like a way past his prime UFC fighter
or basketball player
or UFC grappler. when he fought Nate Robinson, that was a joke.
That was so bad.
That
It
was
was
a
funny
joke.
though. It was funny.
I
Either
felt
way.
bad. I felt bad for Nate.
He was just out there. Man was trying to get a check. That's all he did. But, it's one of those things we're going to have to wait and see. But we don't have to wait too long because February 25th is the date when it's going down. I'm going to be watching it, Bandy. Are you going to be watching this,
I'm
Bandy?
going to be watching it.
Okay, what it's going to be pay-per-view for sure, all right?
Yeah.
How much are you willing to pay to watch this fight?
But see, boxing matches are tough.
They are tough because they could either be not worth your money at all and be done in the first round, or they can go the distance.
Well, I'm thinking more like the fights before usually aren't that good.
Yeah.
So, probably maybe like $50.
Okay.
$70.
I'd say
maybe.
just to see this fight, to see it go the distance, I would probably pay some $80.
Yeah.
Some $80. I wouldn't go over that. Got to see what the other fights are, of course. But it should be a fun one to say the least. And Jake Paul, maybe he can prove himself. Tommy Fury, I'd like to see him get another win. That'd be nice for the guys back in Ireland or whatever. I don't know exactly. But now I want to move over to the teams that are going to be going to the international games. Now, again, this is one of those things I was like really looking forward to talking about, and then I hear Tom talking about it. I'm like, dang it. This man always gets me before I get it.
Did it again.
He did it again. Dang it. Either way, let's look into what they're going for because it looks like the Buffalo Bills are actually going to be going out of country, and they'll be playing in London. The Titans will also be playing in London, and the Jaguars will also be playing in London. And then the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs will be playing in Germany. But that is to be decided exactly where they will be playing. Same with the stadiums. We don't know where they're going to be playing those.
That's kind of cool, though. I'm looking at the article saying either the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and the Wembley Stadium, in London. But for the German game, they might do since they're doing soccer stadiums. They might play where Bayern Munich plays.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the name of the stadium, but that's like Germany's. I think their biggest soccer club.
Yeah, I believe I've heard that as well. Bandy, I'm gonna ask you this, okay? First off, do you like the international games?
It depends.
Okay.
Because sometimes, again, the time zones sometimes don't work out.
Yeah, when
So
you
I can't
wake
really
up and the
watch it.
game's already over.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's like, oh, I gotta stay up till 2 in the morning. And then it's like, oh, this is probably how NFL fans on the other side of the world feel too.
It's true.
Every day.
It's true.
Or every weekend.
Has there been a game that's gone late because of this?
I mean, they just start late.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
and
seen.
they're starting at like almost midnight, 1 in the morning due to time zones over there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some that are very early in the morning, like start at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, but I could not imagine staying up throughout the night to watch a game that, is in a different country. It'd be cool, but again, I've watched some of them and I'm like, this isn't much different for me because I'm watching it on TV.
If you're a Houston Texans fan in London, I am so sorry.
I know. What are you even doing?
I'm so sorry. You are loyal.
You're on the wrong side, guys. Jeez. If you're a Jaguars fan, I mean,
you're eating.
At least you got something to push for. But I mean, throughout these teams that are having to go over there, I mean, it's going to affect all of them. I mean, I don't know if it'll affect them in the long term, but it's the Bills, Titans, Jaguars, and the Chiefs. The Patriots are also in there. Those are all teams that could make it to the playoffs, and this would take out one of their home games, and that's just going to be a big thing. Now, another question I want to ask you, Bandi, is what country would you like to see the NFL go to?
What country would I like to see the NFL go to?
Yeah. And our listeners can also answer this question by either chatting on the WZZN TV on Twitch and YouTube or calling in 256-576-4977. What country do you want to see the NFL go to next?
See, that's a tough one.
Yeah?
I don't know.
I
feel like it wouldn't work in Japan. Like, Japan would be my top choice, but I feel like it wouldn't work.
Japan would be cool. We'd probably see big robots in the crowd, just crazy stuff.
What about Spain?
Spain would be pretty cool. I don't think we've seen it in Spain or anywhere in that area.
Spain or Ireland would be could
I liked Mexico. I think Mexico was a pretty cool place. I don't think they're going to it next year, but I think it was a good idea. Ireland, yeah, I would go with Ireland. How about what about North Korea?
I don't know if they agree to that.
Can we just plop it in North Korea?
South Korea, maybe.
Well, I know South Korea. Do they have stadiums?
Yeah.
They do have stadiums. Okay.
They have esports stadiums. I guarantee you, they'll probably let you rent out one of those.
Yeah, forget about that. Yeah, they probably could have a domed foreign game down in South Carolina.
And it's Korean Soccer League.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually a lot. I was a dumb question. Do you think they have any stadiums in North Korea though?
Probably not.
I'm thinking we could talk to who is it now that's leading that country?
It's still Kim Jong Un.
Okay. Who was the one before it? Kim Jong-il or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those two guys. But I mean.
Or is it the other way around? I don't know.
And then I know they love the NBA though. They love the NBA.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman went on a one-man mission over there. I don't even know how that turned out.
I think
I just heard news that he was going to North Korea to talk to Kim Jong-il about playing basketball, and then I never heard about that story ever again.
I saw there's actually pictures from it. There's a few pictures from it.
There's pictures?
Yeah. And I believe that Kim Jong-un actually loves basketball. He loves American basketball. He's a big fan, okay? He's probably got a bunch of posters up in his room.
Soon. Okay.
But I think it all went pretty good. I mean, I got to admit, there's one thing you can probably relate to Kim Jong-un about. It's liking the NBA.
Wait, I'm seeing 2022 and then like a different one. Did he go twice?
I didn't remember him going twice. Did he go into 2022?
Hold on, I see in 2022. Yeah, oh my God, there are pictures. What in the world?
It's like the only source of media you will get out of that country.
This is so weird.
I gotta get this stuff up here too. I gotta look at what you're looking at.
I mean, I'm just on Google Images right now.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Dude, the way Dennis Rodman, just the way he's looking.
Looks like they were playing basketball.
I mean, I'd hope.
I don't know. I mean, I can't tell where they're at.
It's just some random arena. It's probably the only arena in North Korea. Dennis Rodman, he's got that drip, though. He's always had that drip. I love this.
He's got connections, apparently, too.
I love the pictures, dude. This is classic.
Yeah, those are the same ones I'm seeing.
I mean, it's hilarious. Okay. One day we could probably, if we all just came together and were like, hey, you know what? You like basketball. Why don't we just have peace on earth? Let's put an NFL game right here in North Korea. I don't know. If you guys ever want to see that, I mean, let's blow up the polls. Golly, what did this conversation turn to? I want to find the weirdest places to put the NFL, and you know what? North Korea seems like the best place to put it. Probably the worst place as well.
Maybe Russia might be worse.
Now we have a question. Which is worse to put the NFL? Do we want to go to Russia? I think we're going to start a war by talking about this. I don't think we can start a war. Either way, which would be worse, all right? We might put this actually, I can't even put this on the Blitz Twitter, guys. I'll put it on my account right when we go to break here in a second. Which would be worse for the NFL to go? North Korea or Russia? We've already had basketball in North Korea. We got basketball in Russia. Who would like football better? Golly. This is a question to think about. I'm going to be thinking about this for a minute now. I don't even know where to go to after that. Either way. I mean, realistically, Japan would probably be awesome for the NFL, but I know that would probably not happen. I mean, they only have one anime that is, it's called Eye Shield. They have one football anime, like actual football.
Oh.
Yeah, can you believe that?
I did not. Oh, maybe.
Never watched it.
Never watched it?
It's the only one. Ugh. Either way, we're going to hop into a break. I'm going to post this tweet out on my personal account, see how many people I get. Bandi, retweet it. Chad, retweet the tweet that I'm about to tweet out. All right, Bandy's not going to do it either way. We're going to hop into a break. When we come back, we're going to close out the first hour and talk about the second. And then we're going to have a nice little guest in, Bo Estes from NBA.com, to talk all the NBA fun. Don't go anywhere, because you're listening to the wackiest show in sports radio. That is the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
With us today, Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville.
When we evaluate a patient and they indeed have significant venous disease, most third-party payers, private insurance, Medicare, require us to treat every patient conservatively at least 90 days. Conservative treatment includes increasing ambulation, elevation of the legs, and the wearing of compression stockings. It's very common for folks to come see us in March or April wanting to have their veins fixed before they go into swimsuits starting in June. When we see someone in March or April, they're going to require at least 90 days of conservative treatment before we can even go to the insurance carrier to get permission to treat their veins. So if you think you have a venous problem, now is the time to come in and get a free screening so we can determine whether or not you need something evaluated. If you have a vein problem or you think you may have a vein problem, now's the time to contact us at bestveincarehuntsville.com.
McCurry Motors is your car and van rental headquarters. You can rent the vehicle you need today. Family in town, sporting event, church function, no matter what your need, McCurry Motors has you covered with a wide selection of cars and vans available for rent. They have 12-passenger Mercedes Sprinter vans, 12-passenger Ford Transit vans, 15-passenger Ford Transit vans, and 15-passenger Chevrolet Express vans. They have 2 locations, Highway 72 in Athens or Max Luther Drive in Huntsville.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked the reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
The Blitz has been called.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to a Thirsty Thursday here in No Man's Land. Welcome to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. Bandi?
Yep.
I got a strange call, okay?
You got a strange call.
Right after I sent out that tweet.
Oh, boy.
I did not understand a word they were saying. I don't know if they were Russian. I don't know if they were North Korea people. But the post is up, so, you know, you can at least vote on it. I know you don't want to retweet it. It's whatever. Either way. But you got a weird phone call, too, and we want to make this known, all right? Especially in the Huntsville area. Bandi, what did you get earlier today, right before the show started?
Okay, so I got a call on my phone, and it said Huntsville Utilities on it. I'm like, okay, so it's probably something important.
Yeah.
And it was a person on the other line saying that all my stuff was going to get disconnected unless I paid a balance because my last 2 months of payment hadn't processed.
Okay, sketchy.
And so I go out to my car, and I pull up my email, and I look at the number where it says to call Huntsville Utilities, and the number didn't match.
Oh.
So I'm thinking, okay, let's see where this goes. And what happened, he kept trying to get me to, like, tell me what bank I use. I'm like, okay, it's like, why do you need need my bank?
So you should
and
know.
Yeah, it's like, why do you, well, for one, it's like, not that you should know, but it's two, it's like, why do you need my bank information for this? It's like, oh, so we can do the processing quicker. So we can do that. I'm like, okay, cool. So here's the thing. I have all my receipts of my confirmed payments for all of my utility payments. So where are you getting this thing that I didn't process, didn't go through? And it's like, oh, well, we sent you an email about an hour ago notifying you of the warning. I said, well, I don't see an email.
Oh.
I don't see an email. Can you send it again? And then they hung up.
Oh, jeez. Golly. Well, you gotta, watch out there. I know, okay.
No, yeah, but then I actually did call Huntsville Utilities.
Okay.
Like the actual number from the email.
Yeah.
And if you go to their customer thing, there actually has been a warning of scam calls for Huntsville Utility members. So if you're a part of Huntsville Utilities and you're a part of that payment, watch out for your phone for scam call that might be trying to get your bank and card information.
Very nice. The way you handled it, I feel like it was just a good idea on you to make sure you checked your email. You check all that stuff.
Because I had all my stuff.
And the main reason I wanted to let you talk about that though is because people need to know. I don't want anybody to be goofed and give away their information. And if somebody does call you, first off, they should know a lot of this stuff because they're already working with you.
Yeah.
And second off, they probably don't actually need to call you because you've already paid your payments.
And they did say Huntsville Utilities will never call you for a payment.
Never.
They explicitly stated that. So
exactly.
If you see a call from Huntsville Utilities, probably don't answer it.
Yeah, don't answer it. Just hang up, block the number, get them out of here. But either way, it's been a very fun, bustling first hour. But there's a lot more to come, okay? This hour has been brought to you by Fleming Roofing and Restoration, the guys you need to talk to about all your roofing needs, and we're going to keep the sturdiness on your roof. That's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. But we got to hop into the second hour. We're going to be talking with Bo Estes from NBA.com when we come back, and then the E play-by-play at 3:30. So stick around, everybody, because you're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
With us today, Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville.
When we evaluate a patient and they indeed have significant venous disease, most third-party payers, private insurance, Medicare, require us to treat every patient conservatively at least 90 days. Conservative treatment includes increasing ambulation, elevation of the legs, and the wearing of compression stockings. It's very common for folks to come see us in March or April wanting to have their veins fixed before they go into swimsuits starting in June. When we see someone in March or April, they're going to require at least 90 days of conservative treatment before we can even go to the insurance carrier to get permission to treat their veins. So if you think you have a venous problem, now is the time to come in and get a free screening so we can determine whether or not you need something evaluated. If you have a vein problem or you think you may have a vein problem, now's the time to contact us at bestveincarehuntsville.com.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. You know, you'll hear people say we're like a family, but here at the Lackey Law Firm, that's really true, not just a saying.
I'm Justin Lackey. With my father and my sister, we have a special connection to each other.
I'm Jennifer Lackey. At the Lackey Law Firm, when we take on your case, you become part of our family. You really do.
And we'll always do whatever it takes to get everything you deserve.
If you're injured, you worry about getting well, not about paperwork or insurance companies or figuring out how to get to your lawyer's office. I'll come to you.
We worry about your case so you don't have to.
When you've been injured, we know that your case is probably the biggest thing going on in your life. More important than almost anything else.
And it's important to us too, for one simple reason. Family takes care of each other, and at the Lackey Law Firm, we'll take care of you.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Renowned sports artist Daniel A. Moore has teamed with master sculptor David Grieco to create Finish, the first in a line of limited edition bronzes. See the artist's work on Finish now at newlifeart.com. Finish captures Kenyon Drake's dive into the end zone after his 95-yard kickoff return in the 2016 National Championship game. Available in 3 sizes with the artist and Kenyon Drake signatures cast into each piece. Precasting prices are available at newlifeart.com. Hurry, this offer won't last long.
This hour of the Blitz is brought to you by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Online at FlemingHSV.com. Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Captain Cool and the Bandi Man.
Hello and welcome back in, everybody. Hour number 2 here on a thirsty Thursday here in the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, Captain Cool, alongside the Bandi Man, Bailey Lowry.
Yes, sir.
And we've had some fun in the first hour, but it's time to get into the even more fun. Yes, that makes sense. It definitely does. But you guys can make sure you follow us on Twitter at @TheBlitz_sports and on Twitch and YouTube at WZZNTV. And while you're at it, go and get our app, The Blitz Sports Radio, on Apple and Android devices, so you'll have us at the tip of your fingers. This hour is presented by Woody Anderson Ford, the best place to get the best vehicles for the best prices. You drive home in a brand new 2023 Bronco, Mustang, or if you're into trucks, they have a plethora of nice ones for you. Bobby White and his crew will make sure you guys are taken care of. So find out more at WoodyAndersonFord.com. Bandi, on the line, we have a guy that does an amazing job talking NBA action. And this guy, I believe it's his first time on the show, actually, and we should have some fun with him. It's the Goatman Tater himself, Bo Estes with NBA.com. Bo, how are you doing today?
Fantastic. I have the day off, so I'm getting ready to go hit the golf course after chatting with you guys. But it was a long night last night working in the NBA. But again, I don't know how much you guys have dived into it yet in early January, but we've got an incredible season unfolding right now.
Very nice, and we won't keep you too long. We know you got to hit the green. You know, it's going to be very nice for you. It's a beautiful day out, and, I mean, we don't want to take up too much of your off day, but
I'll take up all the time you want.
That's
Don't
it.
worry, guys.
Oh, okay.
Incredibly jealous, by the way, that you're out playing golf right now.
I know. We're up here in the basement at the studio, and it's nice. I was talking about possibly putting in a sunroof though in here because there's no windows. We can't even see what it looks like outside. But I'd love for a little bit of sun to at least seep through in here. But either way, it's very much fun. But we did have a lot of fun in the NBA world last night. One game I want to talk on just a second, and then Bandi, you can go all in as much as you want. But how about that Cleveland Cavaliers and Memphis Grizzlies game?
I tell you what, I said last year that I thought that you were looking at the last time that the Memphis Grizzlies would lose to the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs.
Wow.
I think they suffered that tough loss that teams often have to suffer to climb to the top of the mountain. And as you watch this team get healthy, you start to see them put together wins like they're putting together wins now. And one thing I noticed when I was looking at the box score is that the one guy among the starters that didn't score in double figures made the game-saving defensive play. So they get contributions from all over the court. Obviously, everybody talks about Ja, and everybody should talk about Ja. He's an otherworldly talent that makes my job, frankly, as a highlight commentator so much easier because I'm constantly talking about Ja. But look, Desmond Bain is a player now. If he's healthy, you're talking about guys like Dylan Brooks that are players. Steven Adams made a great contribution late in that game with an offensive rebound. Jaren Jackson can really play. If he plays enough games, he may lead the league in shots blocked. So they just have all sorts of talent. And, one thing I keep hearing is that Danny Green may be coming back soon, too. So there's not a lot that this team lacks.
Yeah, this team, like you said, is nowhere near lacking in depth. I mean, and just kind of forwarding it off a little bit, too, with who they're playing, the Cleveland Cavaliers is also a team pretty much like that in that respect. I mean, Donovan Mitchell wasn't even playing last night, and this Cleveland team was hanging with a very good Memphis team, really, with Darius Garland, Karis LeVert, all these guys going off. So how do you see also this Cleveland Cavalier team unfolding, like toward, maybe playoff time or as the season progresses?
It's tough because I think they may be a year behind where Memphis is, but they have similar pieces, right? Jared Allen's a really talented player, a tall shot blocking, but a guy who can score too. Evan Mobley was an early season favorite last year for Rookie of the Year. He's a guy who can get it done. You mentioned Garland, Donovan Mitchell. They're getting players back. Rubio's getting healthy. Kevin Love makes contributions from time to time off the bench, and you need a guy like that, a veteran guy like that. So they have a lot of the pieces. The challenge, I would say, for them, and this is a change in the NBA landscape from a few years ago, is that the Eastern Conference has the team with the best record, the Boston Celtics, the team with perhaps the greatest chance, if they're healthy, to win it all, the Milwaukee Bucks. So you have to go through some stuff in the East that is very, very difficult. I honestly think that the West may present a better opportunity to arrive at an NBA Finals than the East, and I haven't said that in, my gosh, since the Miami Heat days, probably.
Oh, my God. Yeah, with the West. I mean, even the West is looking good, too. I mean, the Sacramento Kings are on the come-up, and my Utah Jazz, I love watching this team right now. I don't know. Can we talk about Lauri Markkanen for a second and just how influential and how absolutely insane he's been this season? And really,
I think he had 24 in the first half last night. And this is a guy who has an absolutely complete game, right? He can shoot it. He can put it on the deck. He can finish with authority. I mean, he was, I believe, number 2 on the top 10 last night. He's an incredible talent. What it makes you wonder, at least for me, is how did the Cavs miss on this guy? How did the Bulls miss on this guy? Look, you have to give up something to get a player like Donovan Mitchell. But I don't know that they knew they were giving up a guy that's this good. So the Utah Jazz have really landed on something, and you combine that with the fact that they end up moving Rudy Gobert and lucking out that Walker Kessler can really play in the NBA, and he's going to be a valuable piece. Walker Kessler, a rookie who doesn't get a ton of minutes, is number 4 in the NBA in shots blocked right now. So, look, Utah's in a great position. There's a lot of teams that are really transitioning from years of not being so good to all of a sudden moving up to the top of the NBA. And another team that's doing that, they're not there yet like Utah or like some of the other squads, is Oklahoma City. You know, they've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They've got Josh Giddey. They're going to get a very high pick this year. They're going to get Chet Holmgren back, hopefully healthy next year. There's just the NBA is going through a transition phase where, you know, Steph and LeBron dominated for years, and I just think we're about to see a new group of faces take control of the league.
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing in a good way with, I mean, like you said, with like that kind of era of LeBron and Steph dominating, moving out. We've actually kind of seen a little bit more transition into really like playmaking bigs and like playmaking power forwards. I mean, two of the guys leading the MVP race right now, Jokic and Luka Doncic, have just been the absolute pinnacle of that kind of play style.
Look, if there's one thing I can stress to folks listening to this show right now, if you haven't seen Nikola Jokic play, find a way to see this man play.
Oh, yeah.
He's a basketball genius. He's unlike I've been working with the league for more than 25 years, and this guy is unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. He's an evolution of Larry Bird, if you want to go that far. He hit the game-winning three-pointer the other night. He can beat you down low. He is a triple-double machine. I think he had 13 assists last night. He's changing fundamentally the way the game of basketball is seen. That's Nikola Jokic. Luka Doncic may end up being just as good as Jokic. He's right there. I believe he's leading the league in scoring right now. He's a talented sort of point forward in the traditional sense of that, but a three-point shooter, a blindingly genius passer. So these are two guys that the league will look to sort of lead into the future among so many other talented guys. There's just such an incredible crop of young talent in the NBA right now, and we need it. You know, we mentioned Ja. There's Zion Williamson when healthy down in New Orleans. There's Anthony Edwards, who just became the youngest guy in NBA history to hit 500 three-pointers. So he's hitting three-pointers at a pace that Steph did. There's just all sorts of incredible talent that the NBA is in a position to watch. And let me be honest with you, and you guys will hear more about it as the year goes on and into next year. Maybe the most talented guy isn't there yet. A guy that's playing in France named Victor Wembanyama, who's 7'5" and can play basically point guard skills, shoots three-pointers off of one leg, and blocks everything in sight. So the NBA is in a fantastic place going forward.
Bo Estes with us from NBA.com and NBA TV, does a fantastic job of covering everything basketball. And kind of follow up on Victor Wembanyama. I can't say that last name. I'm sorry.
It's Wembanyama.
Wembanyama.
There you go.
Okay. But kind of follow up on him a little bit and just really how, again, like you said, he's blocking everything. He just seems to be really that kind of player you would create in an NBA 2K game, but in real life. But kind of speak how really influential he's going to be toward the league and maybe what strategy some teams are actually taking now to try to land him on their squad.
Well, it's funny because people all the time talk about tanking, and I'm not going to deny that I, in my view, there are teams that would prefer to lose and get a high draft pick. But it's tough to tank for the number one pick. If you have the worst record in the league and control your draft rights, you have a 14% chance of getting that number one pick with the way the draft lottery is. So I don't know. Do you move heaven and earth for a 14% chance? I mean, maybe at some level. But you're not really angling for Wembanyama. I will say this. The team that lands him, it's going to change everything about their future planning, what they're going for, what they're going to do. This is a guy that the league is – look, the league, NBA that I work for, has League Pass. League Pass is putting Wembanyama's games in France on League Pass. That doesn't happen. Everybody knows what's coming with this guy. Everybody knows if he stays healthy, this is perhaps the future of the sport. That's how much is invested in this guy. We still got to get there. He's still got to be healthy. He's still got to work hard and develop his skills. But I think that the team that lands him is going to be on national television a lot. You know, my bosses at TNT will put him on national television quite a bit. It just changes the landscape of the league.
And another guy I want to look at, obviously, we talked about the future of the league, and now I want to look at kind of the past, and still doing pretty good for himself is LeBron James. Okay, you can't go without talking about LeBron James in an interview, all right? We'll say that. But, the Los Angeles Lakers, they fell to it was a bad loss to the Sacramento Kings. It was one of those games that they start off strong, they're scoring points, but then throughout the middle point, they're getting a little iffy. But again, LeBron James doing a great job of 32 points for him, 8 rebounds and 9 assists. But then the rest of the starters on that squad just not really performing the way you want them to. And then you see the bench, and the bench is the ones that are really getting the points, but they're not getting the play time. And kind of looking at this Los Angeles Lakers team, they started off the season poor. They got back to kind of even, and now they're kind of going back to that poor way of playing. Is this a team that has a chance to even touch the playoffs, or is it a team that's going to be underwhelming going into next season?
I think both can be true there.
Okay.
I think, I said they have a chance to touch the playoffs with the play-in available.
Yeah.
The key for the Lakers is that they have absolutely no margin for error. Anthony Davis and LeBron James have to be healthy for this team to have a chance against, the upper echelon of NBA teams. LeBron is a 38-year-old guy. He's not going to be healthy every night. He's not going to be able to go all out every night. He's, as great as he is, he's not quite the same player that he used to be. The stats are tricky these days because everybody's putting up numbers.
It's true.
So it's hard to tell, it's hard to filter that out and say who's really doing wonderful work because everybody's putting up huge numbers.
Or who's getting the ball
but
more.
What I would say, the defenses aren't quite as tough. They're not allowed to be as physical in years past. So and what's happened is the players are more skilled than they used to be. And I'm not saying, all of them. I'm just saying the top tier, there's more of those guys. And they figured out how to take advantage of the rules. Mm-hmm. So they know how to get easy opportunities. But, in saying that, what I'll say is LeBron, he's still terrific, still a top 10 player in the league. And in the fourth quarter of a Game 7, there's a short list of players that I'd rather have above him, a very short list. So he's terrific. If Anthony Davis is healthy and rolling right, then the Lakers have a chance. But it's not a great chance. And I think every year it gets worse going forward because LeBron at 39 is not LeBron at 38. It's not LeBron at 35, that sort of thing. So I think that they're in a challenging situation. They've given up a lot of their draft picks. You can see that management, Rob Pelinka runs the Lakers now, doesn't want to give up future first-round draft picks because the future is bleak in Los Angeles. It's really bleak. But right now, they have that sort of puncher's chance that you talk about where if every single thing in the world goes right, they could do something. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, one team kind of sticking with the West, too, that I feel like just compared to last year and even the year before, just have not stepped up in quality. And it's kind of what's kind of going on with the Phoenix Suns. Like, they have been marred with injury, but it just doesn't seem like Devin Booker is performing up to his usual pace. And on top of just kind of the brutal loss streak and last stretch of 10 games that they've had, where it's just been one win on the road against the Warriors. That was their only win over this 10-game stretch. But how do you see the Phoenix Suns, developing too, and maybe just how can they go about fixing these issues that they have right now on the court?
There's trouble in Phoenix, right? I think, we can talk about the injuries. Devin Booker's been injured. Chris Paul's been injured. Cam Johnson's been injured. So that hurts. It really does, and there's no denying that. But I think there's chemistry stuff as well, particularly with DeAndre Ayton and the coaching staff. So I think that is a difficult situation. And I think that, they have to get it together because you've invested so much in this team. And if it goes the wrong way, what are you left with? You're sort of left with damaged goods. You can't get for DeAndre Ayton what you paid for DeAndre Ayton. So you're sort of going backwards. Chris Paul, like LeBron, is getting into the very old category as a player. So how many more useful years do you have left from him? They really missed a chance last year. Dallas really took it to them. They missed a chance to face off against Golden State and see what they had. And I think there is some hangover effect from that, too, because they have to know that things really went in a bad way. I don't know if there's a great future for the Phoenix Suns. They're the one team that I would be pretty pessimistic about because all signs indicate things aren't going well. It can turn around. Anything can change in the NBA. You can get one thing that can happen, guys, and I can't stress this enough. Winning cures a lot. Remember, Kevin Durant wanted to trade in the offseason. Well, Brooklyn recently went on a big winning streak before Kevin Durant got hurt, and everybody seemed really happy. So winning can cure stuff. And if Phoenix can get on a winning streak, I think people can get pretty happy in a hurry, and the future can be bright again because the talent's there. It's just they don't seem to be working well together and working towards a positive future.
True. And also, just kind of this is more of a personal question, just from a Utah Jazz fan. Would you say that the arguments between Donovan being worse than Devin Booker are now officially over?
You know what? Donovan is performing better this season than Devin Booker for sure. Donovan is definitely better this season. This is one of those TBD things, though. We'll see how their career plays out. One of the things I can't stress this enough. I don't know if you guys have seen Donovan Mitchell in person. I'm 6'2". Donovan Mitchell is not as tall as me, and to be let's call me small in NBA terms. To be that small and to be able to do the things he does is just incredible. Physically, this guy is amazing, and I know his arms can, they're 6'2" also. So, he's got a real advantage there. But it's amazing to see a guy that's just not nearly as big as a guy like Devin Booker and some of those other guys fly in the lane and do the things he does. He's an amazingly gifted athlete.
Bo Estes with us from NBA TV. NBA.com covers everything NBA that you need to know, and probably the smartest person to ever do it. If I put my money on that. But we've got the...
I agree with that, guys. Let's lead with that.
We have the smartest people in their own right, in their own sport. We got RJ White with Sportsline, and we got Bo Estes with NBA TV. That's just how it is.
There you go.
But just one final question to end it off, because I definitely know you're trying to hit the links here pretty soon. But the All-Star voting, the latest update has been put out. I just kind of wanted to know, looking at the list, I mean, we got Kawhi Leonard at the very bottom at number 10 for the front court for the Western Conference. But do you think there is someone that's performing well this regular season right now that should be on this All-Star list if they already aren't?
See, that's a tough one because I think that we get the fan voting wrong quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh. I can tell you, just going through, I think that there are some obvious choices of people. Like, look, who are the best players in the Eastern Conference right now? It's Giannis, it's Joel Embiid, it's Jason Tatum. Those three are they all going to be starting? Because Kevin Durant's up there, and Kevin Durant's been hurt a while. Kevin Durant really is the guy that can get a look. So we're gonna miss somebody in that Eastern Conference front court. Somebody is not going to get to start. You can go by games played or whatever you want. We're going to go by fan vote, which in a weird way takes some of the responsibility off the media, the players, the coaches, etc., and just says, well, the fans did it. And I don't mind that. So I think that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. We're in a golden generation of guards right now in the league, so there's so many guards that can make it. And I will tell you, there'll be so many guards that will get, in finger quotes, snubbed. I've heard talk of expanding all-star rosters to 15, and I don't hate that idea. Because we were at 12 when the league started a million years ago, when there were so many less teams. We just have so many more players to pick from now. I'd be interested in that because you're going to see some stuff. Does Trae Young make it this year? I don't know. Kyrie, maybe not. And I don't know that he is an all-star, frankly. There's just a lot of guys that may or may not make it. A lot of that first five is based on popularity. So I'm going to be interested to see how that shakes out.
Very true. And Bo Estes from NBA.com and NBA TV. Bo, we appreciate the time. Let the people know where they can find you online and on the socials.
I am at NBA Bo, B-E-A-U, and anytime you want to see my work, it's just Google NBA Top 10 and my name, and you'll see more than you'll ever need to see in your life with foam SBs.
Very nice, Bo. We're gonna let you go. Go have some fun in the sun on the nice grass on the golf course. I don't know all the super technical terms. Okay,
hit 'em
Bandy.
straight.
Yeah, hit them straight. That's all that really matters. And be safe out
That's
there.
all that matters. Take care, fellas.
Thank you, Bo. Good stuff by Bo Estes with NBA.com and NBA TV. Does a wonderful job, and he's just that's just a nice guy to conversate with. I will say.
Yeah, that was a great guest.
Yeah, good job, Bandy. I will say.
Yeah, great guy to talk to. Knows, literally everything about the NBA you could ever know.
Yeah, and it's all good whenever you get to have a nice little conversation where it's just you conversating about the NBA because. You know, I'm lacking on that knowledge, but I'm getting up there. You walked into the office today. I was having it up. I was watching it while I was eating my Cool Wrap.
That is true.
That is true. Either way, we got a lot more fun to ensue going on into the play-by-play with the Bandy Man. So don't go anywhere, because you'd miss out on a lot. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
It's the event beer lovers wait for all year. The 7th Annual Von Brewski Beer Festival, presented by Publix. Enjoy over 120 brews from over 50 breweries, plus live music, hot pretzels, brats, and more. Saturday, January 28th in the VBC South Hall. Tickets available at vonbrauncenter.com or at the VBC box office. Admission is $50 in advance or $60 at the door. Non-beer sampling tickets are just $15 and the cash bar will be open. Must be 21 or older for entry.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Hello, listeners. I want to tell you a little bit about Minuteman Press and what we have to offer our community. We specialize in paper printing and can help from designing your piece to the finished product. We print media guides for many of the athletic departments at high schools and universities around the area. We typically purchase sponsorships from these schools as well to try and help them with their fundraising. Once we have reached our new normal, we also print all types of marketing materials for you to hand out either in person, via mail, or at various trade shows and events. At Minuteman Press, we're not just putting ink on paper, we're building relationships.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Network. I am your host, the Bandi Man, Bailey Lowry, joined by my co-host across the glass, across the aisle, across the labels, Captain Cool John Abraham.
I'm across everything, I guess. I'm just over here. What's up, guys? Oh, I accidentally set a location in. Now I have directions going on my phone. All right.
Okay.
No, don't worry about that.
Now, I'm going to give you a tough one for the music today.
Okay.
So,
all right.
let me see.
When I'm finding it, after you tell me the name, you just do all the particulars while I do that.
That is true. I'm going to have you, let's go with, let's see, am I feeling more retro or a little more modern today?
I like retro. I always like retro.
A little retro?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with, what's a good game? What's a good stage?
Oh, you already know the game. You just thought of the stage. You went straight to the stage.
I know. I already know the game. What stage? I've already done the clock tower stage.
Yes.
All right. Do Marvel vs. Capcom 2 the character select screen.
Okay.
We're going to load that up. But we got some good video game stories today because, oh my goodness, Age of Wonders 4 got announced.
Oh.
It's been 9 years.
That's very long.
9 years, and now we got a new Age of Wonders game. Diablo Immortal has been investigated by a law firm over, in-game purchases because, oh my god, Diablo Immortal, you were money hungry at the start. And then Ubisoft's mysterious Project Q has been canceled, along with a lot more other stories. That's all coming up here on the E Play-by-Play.
Time to catch up on esports with E Play-by-Play with the Bandi Man.
And don't forget, everyone, that before we get into these good stories, that this hour is proudly sponsored by Woody Anderson Ford, the best place
to get the best cars
for the best prices. I finally did it right.
Let's go. I was like, oh, here we go. And then that's whenever we needed the crowd to just start cheering, just like, let's go. Either way, you guys know the deal. Head on down to Woody Anderson Ford to check out their beautiful vehicles, the 2023 Bronco Mustang, or if you're into trucks, they've got the F-150, they've got the Maverick, they've got the Ranger, they've got everything you'd ever want, including owned vehicles. So check those out as well, because you can get them for some nice prices, along with the new vehicles. Who said new vehicles have to be expensive? Well, Bobby White didn't. Or did he? I don't exactly know. I gotta follow my I don't know. The train of thought left my mind. Either way, those guys will take care of you. So make sure you find out more at WoodyAndersonFord.com or just go and check them out down on location. Bandi, your music's ready, sir.
Let it rip.
Looks like there's an ad.
There's an ad.
It's all right. It'll slowly go up as soon as it's done. So.
Yep. Maybe.
There it is.
There it is.
Extended version.
Ooh.
Of course.
But now, Killer Instinct has been updated. I want to start this story off because, again, Killer Instinct 2013 has been updated because there were issues where people wouldn't be able to access any of the DLC, any of the content. And guess what? That's been restored. People let the devs know online, and they were quick about it.
Well, I think they were just listening to us and how people actually still play the game, so you got to fix the game.
Exactly. It's still a great game.
Of course.
Always will be a good one. And I'm glad that it's still getting updates and that people and that the devs are still paying attention to the game so people can still have a good time with it. They want to go back and play some KI 2013. I want to play some TJ combo. Let's get it.
I want to be the arbiter and fight other random people in this universe that I don't know how it fits, but either way, there's an alien here.
Yeah.
There's aliens in the game.
There's aliens and a Battletoad and a giant golem that creates walls.
That is true.
It's a great game. But Age of Wonders 4 has been officially announced. Now, it has been 9 years since the last Age of Wonders game. Me personally, I'm not entirely familiar with the Age of Wonders series. I have heard about it, and I've heard very good things about it. Now, it's actually a turn-based strategy game published by Dutch developer Triumph Studios. Ah, okay. This is looking a little bit more familiar. Real-time strategy. This is not my forte.
No, it's not my forte either, Bandy.
I know about StarCraft, Age of Empires, Age of okay, now it's making a lot more sense. Age of Wonders now.
It really does.
But I don't know. I can never wrap my head around these games. But again, for the audience that has this for these games, they are a very dedicated group of players.
Well, there's also the Age of Wonders Planetfall game that came out on the PlayStation 4.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not know about this.
Yeah, it's a little extra. See, that just shows you how much we don't really follow these games.
Now, is it also? It is also a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah. Huh.
Let's see. 5th installment. Huh. Features sci-fi setting, but either way, we're getting a new numbered entry.
Another one.
into the Age of Wonders series. And that looks like more kind of like a side game.
Okay.
It looks like it's bringing like all of like the stuff from 1 through 3 together into one game.
Okay.
It looks like. But this is like the first brand new sequel to it. So, let's go.
Yes.
Now, Diablo Immortal. I've heard good things about the game itself. Like the gameplay is actually good. It's actually a good game. These microtransactions though are steep.
Oh.
Now, Blizzard Entertainment itself, as if it's already hasn't been investigated enough, is being investigated by a law firm once again for misrepresenting the effects of the purchasable Blessing of the Worthy gem in Diablo Immortal.
It's just one thing? It's just one gem that they're looking at?
It's a legendary gem.
Oh, it's legendary.
Yeah, it lies at the heart of a potential class action lawsuit which is investigating Blizzard on the basis that it misrepresented the effects of the Blessing of the Worthy gem. As reported by Polygon, the description of this gem, which has since been changed to accurately reflect the item's capabilities, stated that the gem would grant a 20% chance to deal damage to enemies that amounted to 12% of the player's maximum life. Looks like it was misrepresented what it was actually doing.
Boo.
But the damage dealt by the gem is actually equivalent to 12% of the player's current life, which means the gem becomes less effective the lower the player's health gets. It was available to purchase either by itself or as a part of various bundles. Here's the thing. You want to know how much some of these bundles cost?
How much we talking, Bandy?
Over $100.
Okay, for a mobile game?
For a mobile game.
All right, I could see my bank account going under 1,000 easily.
Yeah, so members of the community were like, okay, not only are you getting wrong what the item actually does and what it's telling us, you're asking a lot for us to even get it.
Yeah.
So what's the deal? The developer then gave all players a set of free gems, by way of an apology. And there's a quote, rather than offer refunds or some form of compensation, Blizzard has instead responded to the Blizzard community by stating that they will change the item's text description to reveal its actual effect at level 3.
Okay. Why? Why at level 3?
It's pretty much a bait and switch.
Just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I mean, even then, refund the players that have spent money to get that item that was misrepresented in the first place.
Yeah.
Because look, I'll tell you, the other mobile game I play, Dokkan Battle, it had a very similar situation in the past. In that there was a banner where it misrepresented what unit was actually on there. It showed the awakened version of the unit instead of the summonable one that you get in the banner.
Oh.
So do you know what they did? They gave players free stones to summon even more, as well as completely refunding all the stones that all players used on that banner.
As they should.
So if you dropped like 500 stones on that banner, you got all 500 of those back and then some. That's how you pay back your community for an apology on a summonable banner. Or for something that you buy with real in-game currency or like real game money or real money in the game.
Or just give us Diablo 4 for free. I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah, that'd actually be a pretty good apology.
I mean, me and you get it for free either way. But if you're playing on PlayStation, that's not happening.
Have fun. Actually, is it coming into to Game Pass? It is coming to Game Pass day one? Oh, that's going to be it. I'm going to have a tough day. Because you know what also drops around that time?
What?
Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
And Final Fantasy 16.
There's a lot. All right.
Yeah, June's going to be a wild month.
Jeez.
Now, you know what's not coming out?
What?
Project Q. Ubisoft's mysterious little Project Q. It was an online battle arena game that they announced, I believe, like back in April of last year. But it has now been confirmed they are no longer supporting the development of Project Q in order to focus on priority projects to which our teams are being reallocated.
Boo.
Yeah, I don't know. It always stinks to see games, at least especially early in development, get canned pretty on. pretty early on. Because it's like, it was a team battle arena. We didn't have many details on it, but I mean, still, that's a future game in development. That could have been a future 10 out of 10 right there.
That's always how it is, too. I mean, you even look at, like, EA, whenever, yeah, I guess it was whenever Disney bought Star Wars. We lost so many good Star Wars concept games, okay?
Yeah.
There was a Bounty Hunter game that we were about to get, and then that totally got taken away. And then this is another one, Project Q, and Ubisoft's not doing too well with this right now, okay?
Yeah, they're not.
They're dropping the ball on a lot of these games. And this game actually does look really cool, really interesting, too. It's something we don't really get a lot of. It's colorful. It's in an urban, setting. It's nice, but
yeah,
it's not going to happen now.
Not going to happen. But you know what is going to happen?
What?
Power Wash Simulator is getting DLC.
What are we talking about? Come on, that game?
Power Wash Simulator, we're talking about this again.
Let's go! I was just playing that game the other day. I was cleaning the skate park. Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you go do that and this, they're partnering with Tomb Raider, and they're going to let you clean Lara Croft's mansion.
No way.
You can't do that in real life.
Are they actually? That's what they're doing? I thought that was a joke.
Yeah, you'll actually be able to clean Croft Manor.
Can you go inside?
I would imagine.
Huh.
Maybe.
Because the last time I was in Croft Manor, all right, that was back in 2006 with Tomb Raider, what is it, Legacy or something like that? And that was amazing. That is a childhood, that is nostalgic to me. I look back on that, I'm like, that was a beautiful time in gaming, all right? Games looked amazing back then. If I could do that, go inside and just enjoy the entirety of Croft Manor in Power Washer Simulator, my mind's going to explode. I'm sorry, Bandi.
There is a trailer put out by PlayStation, but it is going to be free DLC for all owners of it on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. And, yeah, they put out a trailer, and you can go inside.
No! What? Bandi, this music's got to go. I got to start looking at this trailer. No, I'm not going to turn off your music, but I am going to look up this trailer right now. That is awesome. I'm not even kidding you.
I know.
How could the biggest story out of gaming come from Power Washer Simulator?
Oh, you haven't... Oh, boy. You're not going to like the next two stories I have.
Oh. What's going down?
They're a little bigger in the gaming world, but, yeah, no. You can clean the inside of Lara Croft Manor.
You can't upset me at this point, okay?
And I guarantee you're probably going to, hide little Easter eggs, too, just to discover. So, I mean, it's going to be a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
You can download it on Game Pass. You can get the game for free as well as for free DLC.
When does the DLC drop?
January 31st.
Oh, it's right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Only 12 days.
Mm.
But we do have some sad news in the gaming world today, and it involves Microsoft.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had a big layoff over yesterday, and it was a mass layoff of over 10,000 people.
Jeez.
At Microsoft across different companies. Over 878 positions affected immediately.
Wow.
Across all of Microsoft, while further layoffs are expected through March. Now, what does this mean for the gaming side? This specifically hit positions in the Coalition, which are the people who are going to be behind the new, Gears of War IP game.
Yeah.
Or, Gears IP. Actually, no. They're making a new Gears game, and as well as they were making a new IP. We don't know what that's going to be like now. 343 Industries, as you know, the people behind Halo and ongoing support for Halo Infinite, and Bethesda working on Starfield.
It's a lot of people from a lot of big named companies.
And we don't know specifically yet how these layoffs are going to affect the individual games, the individual projects, if this is going to affect Starfield's release at all, anything that's got to do with the new IP from the Coalition, and then what's going to be happening with 343, because due to these layoffs, I mean, the Halo Infinite director, Joseph Staten, is leaving 343 Industries. He's going to rejoin Xbox Publishing, so where does this leave 343 now? All that really good Halo Infinite support that we had, rocking into the end of last year, now it's looking like a shaky start to the new year.
It's scary, dude. It's scary for our gamers.
It is. I mean, but at this point, I'm all for if they slow down content updates for these projects to just get readjusted.
Yeah.
If we don't see content for a while, or slow, or maybe just slow content drops for Halo Infinite, I mean, we'll now understand why.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, we're gonna have it's expected to have even more layoffs in March. So is that also gonna hit these same companies too?
I have a feeling, okay, this is why they dropped Forge when they did, all right? Because now the player base is the ones making the maps, and Halo, hey, 343 doesn't have to worry about it too much. So
at the very least, the Forge and the fans can still like hold that pillar up because I mean, again, the Forge community maps have been incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw one that was like Nocturne Totem from World of War Zombies.
That's
recreated
sick.
in Forge.
There's been a lot of interesting ones. I know I told you about Peach's Castle and stuff, but I mean, there's the Mario Kart places now, and there's just a bunch of different game modes that we've never even seen in Halo before. And now people have just been waiting so long to create them that they're out instantly on Xbox and Halo Infinite.
Well, guess what? Well, we just got some breaking news.
Okay, what do we get?
From Infinity Ward themselves concerning Modern Warfare 2. Because the reason they said they're delaying Season 2 for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0 is, I mean, they've been listening to player feedback and they're trying to implement the changes that the fan base want to see. Good to hear.
That's what I like to hear.
I don't like how it mirrors last year, though. That's never a good look.
Yeah.
Especially for a mid-Call of Duty game.
Did they say the same thing last year? It was like, oh, we're trying to make sure we're hearing everybody's feedback.
I don't know if they said the same thing last year, but I definitely know they had to delay it like 2 weeks as well for bug fixes.
Okay.
But Infinity Ward has confirmed that in Season 2 of Warzone, the Gulag is getting a major change.
Already?
Because you know how people aren't really a fan of like the 2v2 style Gulag in Warzone 2? I mean, it's not a bad idea. Like the 2v2 I think actually is fine as an aspect. It's that jailer in the middle and like kind of like the little bit of stuff in between I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah, the jailer, he hasn't really been too big of a deal to me, because usually you take care of the guys, and he's very slow as well.
Yeah,
so
incredibly slow.
He's kind of just a nuisance, but I never see anybody trying to actually go and defeat the jailer, you know?
I have never seen 4 people team up to try to kill the jailer.
No.
I have never seen it yet.
No, and plus, half the time you're in your Discord, you're in a party, you can't even hear the people asking to, hey guys, let's try to kill the jailer.
Yep.
Can't hear them.
But they sent out a tweet saying Gulag updates are coming in Season 2. We'll be sharing more details about this in next week's studio blog. 1v1s are back in Battle Royale.
Hey.
So, if you were the kind of player and you're like, this 2v2 Gulag is not for me, I cannot stand it, this is not my jam.
My Halo, or my player, my teammate is pulling me down.
Well, guess what?
What?
1v1 Gulags are coming back.
Let's go.
And, honestly, I don't know how to feel. Because, I mean, I didn't really like Warzone 1 in general.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest advocate for it. I was not a fan of the movement and the way it played toward the end of its life cycle. Rebirth Resurgence was fun, though, because I did like the small map, but my God, y'all need to calm down.
Agreed.
Y'all need to calm down with the movement and the sweating and the jumping.
Well, they gotta sweat.
And the craft slide. Well, yeah, the sweating.
It's the only sweat they
and
have.
And the craft slide and the sliding around corners and the 10 attachment MP40 for some reason that has flame rounds.
It's insane.
I never got it.
Yeah.
And Warzone 2, I liked the change of pace. I liked the slower gameplay, and I liked how it felt a lot more grounded, and that it felt like I had to outshoot my opponents more than outmove them. You know? Like, it felt like more old Call of Duty where you were outshooting somebody, not really outmoving them.
No, yeah, I
you know what I mean?
understand.
But something needs to be done about these headshot multipliers. It's a little crazy. There should be no reason I pull up on someone with a Fennec and I pop him maybe like 3 to 4 times in the chest, maybe like one or two, like one of my shots maybe drifts awry, and then he pops me 1 time in the head, 1 time in the body, and I'm dead.
It's insane.
I mean, it's a little wild.
I mean, you look at Halo, though, and I mean, you have to shoot headshots, because if you're not, you're going to die. But I mean, in Call of Duty, it's trying to be that more realistic game, and I know it can't be as realistic as people would want. It's Call of Duty. It's not. It's going to try and meet in the middle. But again, the way the headshots kill just like instantly, it's a little ridiculous. It's like you're bringing that realism to the game when body shots should also kill pretty quick, but they don't.
Yeah, because there's another game. There's another set of games that has like the instant kill headshot and all that, like Rainbow Six Siege, Tarkov, CS:GO, Valorant.
Yeah.
But the difference between that and Call of Duty, those games are a lot slower. They are a lot more methodical, and you have to be really patient in how you play.
Yeah.
Valorant, not so much. You got abilities. But CS:GO, you're lining up your smokes, you're lining up your angles, you're getting like you're pre-aiming corners, like thinking people are gonna peek, and you're already aiming where their head's gonna be. Like the game and the way the game plays is focused around that. It revolves around that universal mechanic.
It's not Call of Duty.
Headshot multipliers are not a universal thing in Call of Duty. Different guns have different multipliers.
Yeah.
And some of these guns need to be a little tuned down. Not saying much. You don't need to go completely overboard and make them useless. You just need to tune them down a little bit. It's a little nutty.
A little nutty.
A little nutty. A little nutty. Butterworth. All right.
Butterworth.
We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the show, wrap up the second hour, get y'all going on a Thursday late afternoon, evening. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Madison Academy football. Stop into the University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com to view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see you in a Kia. Go Mustangs!
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop. If you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So, if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
At Bryant Bank, we believe your goals are worth chasing, and every step along the way is worth celebrating. From your hopes for the future to the challenges that keep you up at night, we're here for you. Bryant Bankers put care into action to help you live legendary by stepping up when you need us most and doing what's right even when no one is watching. Come experience a local bank whose people greet you by name and treat you like family. Bryant Bank, member FDIC.
You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our SportsMed specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving lives.
I'm business analyst Jill Schlesinger with a small business success story sponsored by the U.S. Postal Service. Stitch Fix offers clothing and accessories for women on the go, selected by personal stylists and delivered right to your door. Chief Operating Officer Julie Bornstein says, our entire business is centered on making shopping more convenient, so it was vital to select a shipping provider that could provide that level of service. Julie knows that when you rely on the U.S. Postal Service, your business becomes their business. The U.S. Postal Service, priority you.
Why should you trust in the U.S. Postal Service to deliver for your business? Because when you ship with us, your business becomes our business. Whether you have 3 employees or 300, you'll have a nationwide fleet of delivery trucks working for you. We make more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country. See what we can do for you at USPS.com/forbusiness. The United States Postal Service. Priority you.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. Final segment.
Hey!
What? Yeah. What is that? Who says that? Wiz Khalifa? He's like, what? Or is that Lil Jon?
That's Lil Jon.
All right, I thought so. Either way, it's been a great episode here of the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. I'm Captain Cool alongside the Bandi Man, and it really has just been fun, okay? Bo Estes, he was a great guest, I will say. We had a lot of fun gaming news. We learned a little bit more about the Tommy Fury and Jake Paul fight, and obviously a lot of fun sports stuff going down, as well as some extra ones that I'm not going to slide in here just today, okay? I will give you guys all the news tomorrow, but these stories are coming out non-stop, and I gotta say, I'm very excited to end off this week on a fun Friday, where we will have one Mr. Joe Hunk from 104.5 The Zone joining us. He always does a great job just talking Tennessee sports and just really just tolerating us, and we tolerate him because it's kind of going back and forth. We both have some crazy energies about us, but this final hour of the Afternoon Blitz is presented by Woody Anderson Ford, the best place to get the best vehicles for
the best prices.
Of course, drive home in a brand new 2023 Bronco, Mustang, or if you're into trucks, they have a plethora of nice ones for you. Make sure you guys find out more at WoodyAndersonFord.com. Oh, golly, that's just how it is. I will throw in one story, though. Have you seen what Rob Gronkowski has been saying about Aaron Rodgers?
I have not.
Okay, well, Aaron Rodgers was on the Pat McAfee show a little bit ago, and I think it was Tuesday, and he was talking about maybe I can get, I think I can win an MVP again, going forward in his career. And as we know, Aaron Rodgers this year has been a little bit more selfish-seeming than usual, and this is yet another quote that we get from him that goes into that same right, and Rob Gronkowski was not very happy about it, and he called him out, okay? He called him out. He was upset about it, and he said, I'm totally fine with everything he said except one major part, and that's the MVP again. It's just not that I think I could win a Super Bowl, another Super Bowl, something that Aaron Rodgers hasn't been able to do because he hasn't been able to reach the Super Bowl since, I think, 2011? Was it 2010? 2010 against the Steelers. Okay?
Yeah.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And we haven't seen him get back there ever again, and this year it's all been about, well, I'm going to be an MVP, or I'm the one that's doing everything, and my team's pulling me down. They're letting me suck. I don't have any wide receivers to throw to. Why are you aspiring to be the MVP? You've already got a few of those. Try and get the actual thing that everybody's trying to get, and that is a Super Bowl. Okay, he's kind of changed his mind. He doesn't want any more Super Bowls because he thinks maybe his teams aren't going to be good enough to help him out. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I can get the MVP without winning a Super Bowl. That's what's going in Aaron Rodgers' head. Maybe he'll be thinking a little bit more about this whole Super Bowl thing that he could probably get another one of if he got his mind straight instead of drinking that special tea that he's been going after.
Oh, the special tea.
Which he's going back for more. He's going back for more. If I got to remember what the tea was called. I know he had a interesting interview with somebody, I forgot who it was exactly, about how he drinks tea and how he can't wait to get back and drink some more of the wacky juice that he's drinking, which isn't even illegal, or it's not even legal in America, by the way. He's got to go out of country for it. Just imagine, okay? Just imagine being an NFL player, okay, and in the off season you go to Oregon and do some questionable things, because Oregon, you do whatever you want in Oregon, all right? And you come on back and you're like, oh yeah, it's out of my system, but yeah, over the offseason, coach, I did a little bit of, and I would say it. It'd be funny to say, but it's not funny at all, and I'm not trying to endorse anything in Oregon. But you do a little bit of those illegal drugs. Okay, that's exactly how this is. All right, if it's not legal around America, it probably shouldn't be. All right, or it's marijuana, which is it's getting there, but
yeah,
still got a little bit of time. Still not, you're still not allowed to take that type of stuff, though, while you're playing in the NFL. See you, Josh Gordon, as we can see. I feel bad for him, man. His career just totally was on halt because of that whole situation. But at the same time, he couldn't get away from that wacky tobacco.
He could not.
Either way. Well, this is all the wackiness you guys need for the day. So how about you go hit some golf balls or something like our friend Bo.
Go hit the links.
Go hit the links. Finish off this beautiful day. It's wonderful outside. Either way, we appreciate you guys for hanging with us for the last 2 hours. It's been a very fun show. We hope you can join us tomorrow on the Funky Friday that will ensue to close out this week. Either way, for me, for the Manny Man, for my keys, for my Yeti, and for my phone. You guys have a spectacular rest of the day. You've been listening to the Afternoon Blitz.